So here we are talking about nail tip. So these are all the varieties of nail tip that we have: the full coverage, the partial loop. You can see why the partial loop or half well tip are mainly used for nail nail products. They can't stand on their own. They have to have a product on them to hold it, because they can't stand on their own. Now we have to, the main work we are doing here is full coverage, how we can fix different kind of this nail. So firstly, we have to do was prep our client's fingernails. So what are we using to prep this time? We are using our E5 to prep. So firstly, you have to do what, know the kind of skin your client has. Is it the wet or the dry? But my client here has a dry skin, so I'm using what, cortical soft now. Then what next am I doing? I want to insert my E5 bead for my cortical area. So look at, you've seen all the beads. Then which bead am I using? I'm using the cortical bead. So see how I'm going to insert the cortical bead inside the pen. Have you seen? I leave a little bit space between the pen and the cortical beads. So you have to know how to push back your cortical using your cortical beads. So after that, you do what? After pushing back your cortical, you do what? You trim out the dead skin around the cortical using your cortical nipper. And don't forget what we are doing here. Here we are fixing a nail extension on the natural nail, so you don't need to buff the surface. You do what? You rub the surface. So here I'm trying to show you guys the kind of grease you can use to rub the surface using E5. You can see it's different from each other, so you use the one that is not too hard on the nail for the nails. So here I'm using 150 to rub the surface of the nails. You can see after roughing the surface of the nails, you can identify the fill edges to make the fill edges look the same and make the nails look neat and perfect. Then the next step is just apply your hydrator just for oil free. You understand? Anti-oil. You know our hydrator is for anti-oil. Just apply your hydrator for oil free and dust out the dirt around the nails. So you get. Then the next step is what, I told you guys we have two adhesive, which is the gel glue and the resin glue. So I'm using the two adhesive that will have on different nail tip. Do you understand? So for nail tip, I told you guys it has numbers, and the numbers is to size to the natural. So techniques of nail tip, you have to consider one thing. You have to consider the kind of shape you want to do for your client. You have to also consider the kind of nail plate your client has. Do you understand? For nail tip, I told you something. The side word, for you to know the size, the side word, the cortical area and the free edges. And one thing I want you people to understand is that your tip is determined by the client's nails, the nail bed, the client's nail bed, the kind of shape you want to do. Your tip determines it. Like now, if I use this size now, this size 8, I use it for this place. You see that it's fixed, right? But if I'm now doing a square nails, is it going to be wide or too slim? Now I use size 8. So look at size 8 now. It's sitting properly on the nail plate, Abby. If I cut it now, is this free edge is going to look wide? Yes, it's going to look wider. It's going to look wider. So if it look wider, that means I'm going to do what? Blend this side with the shape. But if I now said, okay, because 8, I use 8 here, this side is showing. That means some people may say it's too big for it, right? I remove it. I now use size. Okay, this is size 8. That means I will use what? Size 9. 9 too looks fitted, but imagine if my client now wants to do maybe selector, or it will be thinner. Imagine if the client wants to do selector or almond. Now I now cut it. Do you know, if I file for almond and selector, how is the nail going to look on the natural? It will look thinner. So it's better for me to now, if I say I want to do selector nails now, I would rather use 8. But since she said she wants square, I'd rather use 9. Show you. You apply your glue. I didn't say out. But if you want to apply your glue, also determine the nail plate. So don't let your glue to be too much. The small size, so I use size 6. I don't have the small size, so I use size 6. Then I apply the size. Obviously, give a little space between the cuticle and the nail extension. So I want to use my gel-less for this. So for when you want to use your gel-less, I say gel-less glue. I want to use gel nail glue for this one, but you have to do what? Apply your base first if you want to use a gel glue. Right. Then you give a little space to normal way. Then you press. So for this one, I use normal resin glue. You can see, but you know that the tips are different. Then the next step is what? Blend the nails to the natural nails. There, which area are we looking up to? Are you looking up at the side wall, cuticle area? You can see I'm using my hand 5 for this. Then the next one, I'm going to use E5 for it. So for you to understand that we can use the 2 methods to blend the nail tip to the natural nails. Do you understand? And they will not be different. That is the techniques that you need to understand. That is where we have the nail structure. You have to understand your nail structure, that your cuticle area must show, your nail tip must sit well, your cuticle area must show, your side wall must sit well, and your few edges must give you a perfect this side. I use hand file here. And I use E5 here. Now we want to do a work on our shape. You can see there is space between the cuticle and the nail tip. Check the side wall. Have you seen? Check the side wall. Have you seen? It's sitting on the nail. To check if our structure is perfect, you can see there's no difference between the 2 nail tip that we use. You can zoom to check. After then, you do what? You buff your surface of the nails to get ready for your gel polish. Clean the surface first, then apply your cuticle oil. Wait for like 2 minutes before you tell your client to wash their hand. After washing their hand, you can now do what? Clean the surface again, then Yeah, you can now see the structure of the nails, how it come out. You can see your side wall, see the cuticle area, see the apex. You can see they are looking very much the same. If you understand the structure, nobody will know the secret of your nail tip. Do you understand? Then after that, you will now do what? Apply your hydrator. For what? For anti-oil. After applying your hydrator, then you do what? Apply a gel primer. A gel primer is just to prevent the gel from lifting. Do you get? So after that, you can now apply your base. You know all the procedure of how we apply our gel polish. You apply your base, dry it 180 seconds, your colored, dry it 120 seconds too, then your second coat 120 seconds. Then that's all. You know how you apply your top coat, and you dry your top coat for 180 seconds. So this video is just a recap of what we've done on nail extension. So if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask me. I'm always here and always available for you guys. Bye. See you guys in our next topic, which is nail shape. Bye guys.